And we are live. So, hello and welcome everyone to yet another weekend webinar by your favorite Board Infinity. So, today we are going to discuss about the global landscape of data science. And for that, with us, we have our coach Rhythm. So, Rhythm, why don't we start with your introduction?
Hey Ayush, thank you for inviting me. A very
Pleasure.
judicious and interesting
Mhm.
way to spend the weekend.
Right,
Uh, yeah. So my name is Rhythm. I have pursued my master's in computer science. Specifically, my subjects were related to artificial intelligence, data science, and deep learning
right,
from University of Eastern Finland. Apart from this, I have around 5 years of corporate experience
right.
uh, again related to this machine learning and data science field. And now I am a freelance corporate trainer and consultant.
Right. Amazing. So, take us back, before even your master's, when you were doing your bachelor's, what came into your mind that you want to pursue a degree in computer science and that too in a foreign university? So, how did that thought came? And
Well,
and one more
yeah.
thing, and the most popular choice for people is either USA or UK. What made you choose Finland?
Okay.
Yeah.
So during my bachelor's, all thanks to my bachelor's, my final year project
Right.
mentor.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually pursued his PhD. His name is Dr. Himanshu Agarwal. He actually pursued his master's and PhD from Australia.
All right.
So he made me choose a topic on hidden Markov model, and I found it to be really interesting and challenging. Uh, and I enjoyed working on that project. So he guided me on, like he pushed me that you should be into this field, and this is something that you are good at. And interestingly, during that time,
Mhm.
IBM was coming to our college, and like it was a dream company for me because, well, it was my dream company because there are like a lot of female
Mm. Right.
uh, uh, idols who have worked there. So they were choosing for people to work as a data specialist. So I thought, why not? I would apply for this job. Like there are, I used like
Mhm.
there are 5, 6 rounds when you are
Right.
applying. So if I get selected here, I would explore this field. And I was in touch with my supervisor all the time. Like I'm still not, even now I'm in touch with him.
Mhm. Right.
And he and when I was looking for universities, I was checking out the kind of fees they charge
Right.
and the professors' profiles and other opportunities. And in Finland, what happened is that I applied only in Finland and Germany because
Right.
they're public universities, like we were discussing just before this
Right.
webinar. They do not charge that much of fees,
Right.
and they even provide you opportunities for full scholarships.
Right.
So, like interestingly, few years back, they would not charge anyone, but now
Mhm.
they have
Right.
started charging. And but if you apply for the scholarship, you can get I pursued my masters without giving any fees or without taking any
Right.
loans because
Amazing.
that was my agenda that I do not want because I know already the housing and the travel cost and everything is too much and I did not want to pay like a
Right.
crores of fee. So that is the main reason I chose Finland. Apart from that, there are a lot of good opportunities. Like I wanted to start my own business, like to work as a freelancer. But they do have a lot of opportunities, job opportunities, and they even provide you opportunities to pursue PhD after that.
Right.
And there they pay you a very good amount of grants. They have really good amount of grants. And even during my masters, I worked as a research assistant, and I could even afford my housing, living, and everything like comfortably with that. So
Right.
that was the main reason to choose Finland.
Mhm. Amazing. So, did you chose the IBM job, work there, and then went to Finland?
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
I
All right.
I worked for around 3 to 4 years, and then I went to Finland.
All right. Amazing. So, talking about your scholarship, right? So, how did you prepare for it, and what was the application process like?
Well, they were like of course it was a normal procedure like first I had actually contacted the professors there
Right.
because I wanted to choose my lab first that because there was a specific topic on which I wanted to work on, like it was a signal processing analysis application of machine learning on signals.
Right.
So they have like if you go through any lab, they have a lot of different groups or that work on a specific type of problem. So I contacted the professor there, and then I mentioned that this is the group that I am targeting, and the reason. And then of course they have questions like, why do you think you are the best fit? And then you have to, of course, write a statement of purpose. That is the most important part of your application, because there you have to mention your strengths, your weakness, your reason to pursue computer science degree, and your aim, your dreams, everything. So that is the most important part, and the part that decides your future. Apart from that, one interesting thing was that I had to shoot a video of myself,
Right. Right.
where I had to like, and it is supposed to be a strictly 3-minute video. In 3 minutes, you have to tell them, you have to wow them that why they should select you. So yeah, that was
Right, right, right. Amazing. So when you were saying that it was a typical procedure, I was expecting that you will mention exams like TOEFL, IELTS and all. But
no. So
yeah,
they do
yeah.
not give that much. So like
Right,
European colleges have this thing that they do not give that much importance to the GRE TOEFL. Of
right,
course, it's appreciated,
right,
but even if like you can get a letter from your university stating that your education was in English and all
right.
the exams, everything was in English, that is fine by them.
Right. So I think here's the first takeaway for our audience that more than focusing on advance, you should focus on the professor and the research that they are doing so that you can also mark your interest in why you are best fit for that particular opportunity. Amazing. So you are admitted into university. Now you go there in Finland. So tell me about the climate blues, because as far as I know, they are very cold regions, right?
Yeah, like because -10, -15,
Oh my God. Right,
but it's fun. It's fun. Like you also get to see northern lights. Yeah.
right, right, right.
So yeah, that's once in a lifetime experience. Apart but you can easily survive because the student housing, they have this temperature controlled rooms. Even your university is temperature controlled. What I did was, while I was looking for student housing, I applied well in advance so that
Mhm.
I get a place near my university, and
Right,
also it's near the bus stop, because
right,
like the college thing is that their colleges start at around as early as 7 a.m.
right.
and you even
Mhm.
if you miss your bus, because they are like from on time, everything is on time, so you want to stay at a place where you can even walk by and do not miss the lecture. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. So now focusing on the education part. So you have studied in India, you have studied in Finland. What general, study differences do you see in both the countries?
Okay, so there are two differences. One is that their studies are mostly practical oriented.
All right.
So, oh, you cannot, there's nothing to mug up there. So that is a bit, of course, that's a good thing. That's how, you as a student would dream of the studies
Mhm.
to be.
Right.
But then you also get a good reality check,
Right.
because in a fixed amount of time, like they give a very good enough time. But suppose like I also took a lot of subjects in statistics, because of course my interest was in data
Right.
science. So they would give you a sheet with all the formulas, everything is there, you do not have to mug up anything, but
All
the questions are something, if you have understood the concept, only then you can solve it, otherwise you cannot.
right.
Like it's not okay, this is the kind of question that I solved in assignments, this is the kind of question I solved in class, and like I will just remember all the steps and everything and do it. It's not like that. Or there was one interesting subject where they gave us a research paper to study,
Right.
and you just have to explain it in your own words. Like you have to study the research paper and explain it what you have understood. So
Right.
those are the kind of things that they ask you. Another is that there are a lot of opportunities to collaborate with other universities. Like there was something known as Erasmus Scholarship. Unfortunately, I could not do it because of COVID, but there I got a chance to study 1 year. If the COVID would not have
Right.
hit, I would have received a chance to study 1 year in Trinity College, Dublin, Ireland. So
Right.
like there is a lot of student exchange programs. You can do that. You can apply for that. They pay for your travel, scholarship,
Amazing.
everything.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So just as you said that while you want your studies to be applied, here's come the scary part that now you can no more plagiarize. You cannot copy your
Yeah,
assignment.
yeah.
Right.
That is not like that is something like even if there is a 1% or 2% plagiarism,
Right.
and you have not marked the source that you have taken it from there, they would simply cancel your scholarship, and like they take it that
Right.
strictly,
Right.
so you cannot
So the
do that.
stakes are always high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. So, and if I'm correct, you also have a stint with University of Oxford. What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a summer school.
Mhm.
So Oxford has this prestigious machine learning summer school.
Right.
You can apply for that again. As if you are a student, you can mention that I am a student, and they would. So if you are selected, like there's an option that you do not have to pay any fees for that.
Right.
So like, yeah, so that is another good thing about Europe, that if you are there, you just have to mention that you are a student, and then they do not believe in charging you if you are a student, because you are not working technically at that time.
Right. Right.
So there, there they have collaboration with lot of companies and a lot of other colleges. So you can attend the talks. Of course, you have to complete all the assignments. Again, lot of coding, lot of research
Mhm.
that goes into that, and but a very good learning experience, because you get to interact with the professors, with the professionals through Slack. So you can just write them personal messages, you can write them questions, you can get guidance related to career with them, you can fix the time, have a meeting with them. Apart from that, of course, there's lot of learning that you get.
Right.
Yeah, so that
Right.
is
So
great.
definitely it's a rigorous program. So like how stressful or how competitive is it?
Well, it is a bit competitive, because they have this questionnaire, like you have to answer. You have like what I did was I prepared my portfolio just on a website
Right.
using GoDaddy, and there I have mentioned all my research, all my publications, all my achievements, everything. I even plan to add all my codes to on GitHub and add the link there. So because only if you have that, because they want to see your portfolio, they ask questions like why should we select you,
Right.
and like before like before pre-COVID, what was going on is that you had to go there and stay there, of course, which
Right.
is a benefit that you get to visit the Oxford
Mhm.
University.
Right.
But now, because of COVID, they have shifted it to online, and they like it that way, because of course it has
Right.
become more global. But
Right.
then the competition is also there. So
Amazing.
so prepare your resume, add your codes, prepare a portfolio, because that is something really important for data scientists, because like either through Kaggle, GitHub, or GoDaddy, like whatever you prefer, do
Right.
that. And because you want to showcase your work, and then only then they can select it. And there is also one more good thing, is that if you are a researcher, or if you are a data scientist who is working on something, you also get a chance to present a poster.
All
So
right.
what is a poster is that you can showcase your work, like just like we did in school, like
Right.
on a chart we did it. So this is a digital chart where you can present your work
Right.
and showcase it. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So you have all these worlds of experience. Now, you know what intrigues me is that your master's is mostly research oriented. You are doing all these deep things. You're too much into it. Now, why did you choose a career in freelancing instead of pursuing research further and not getting a PhD? Yeah.
Actually, I am applying for research further
All
and
right. Okay.
for
Okay. Okay.
PhD, but freelancing is something that I can do along with my PhD as well. And
Right.
of course, I can choose my projects, like because what happens when you are working for a company, you are like
Bound or
uh,
tied.
yes, or you are bounded that you have to work on this, and on you have to work on this to this hour. But
Right.
through freelancers, you can choose your projects, you can choose your timings, and like if I have my exams, or if I have to present something, if I have some submissions, I can free those months or free those weeks, and
Right.
do work according to my value.
Amazing. So now I want to talk about data science. Like it's a buzz all over that I know, but is the hype same in the other countries as well, in the Nordic countries, in the European Union and all?
Yes, the hype is same, but uh, um, our definition of data science is bit stuck up to like just like, okay, you have to write code, you have to visualize. It's not that.
Right. Mhm.
It depends. Like data science is like they're made up of two words, data and science.
Right.
We only focus on the science part, but we forget the data part.
Right.
So you, like I mentioned, you can apply it on any type of data. So like during my master's, I applied it on signal. So I work for a hospital, so like it can be a hospital ka data set, or it can be a psychological data set, or it can be a signal processing like audio
Right.
data. So again, that is the very important part, and sadly like we do not focus on that. So you need to have the good knowledge about data,
Right.
and only then. And but the buzz is of course the same in the Nordic countries and European countries as well. But if provided you are like really talented and you are in that top cream layer,
Right.
because it's difficult to get a job because the rounds, like I mentioned, are more
Right.
practical oriented. So yeah.
Right. Right. And in fact, you're mentioning about the experience in being in the top 1% layer. I think this is the complaint of every data science learner I have heard, because if you go check out LinkedIn or any Glassdoor, any job website, the jobs will be entry level only, but they will always mention 2 years of experience required. I mean, this is something I
Yeah,
cannot.
that's the sad
Yeah.
part. So like my only
Mhm.
suggestion is that while you are pursuing your master's or something, that was the main reason why I contacted professors, because I wanted to work
Right.
along with the master, because I did not want to lose that time, that work experience, the time. So even
Right.
if I'm working of part time, I can still mention on my resume that I was working at that time.
Right. 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 Amazing. So now, Rhythm, why not talk about, now we have talked about the globe. Now let's come back to India. So there's a data science aspirant. What kind of, suggestions would you like to give a data science aspirant in India, and how their approach should be on learning data science?
Okay, so the first thing is, of course, focus on theory, get
Right.
comfortable with the concepts, and then second thing is that practice.
Right.
Uh, you can use Geeks for Geeks, you can use Codility, because Codility is again now a platform that is being used by a lot of companies to test your technical skills.
Right.
So practice there. You can use Kaggle, download data sets, different types of data sets, and then just go through them, see what are the features, what do you think should be the features,
Right.
then compare your solutions with other people's codes, because a lot of times what happens is that we are able to solve a problem,
Right.
but when you are giving a technical interview, or when you are appearing for a company, there is also a time there.
Right. Right.
So within 30 minutes or within 45 minutes, you need to solve that problem, proper optimized solution as well, like just not
Mhm.
a solution, but you
Right.
also need a optimized solution, because of course these servers and everything costs a lot, so the company's focus is on that. So that should be your main focus. And another thing is that be more visible, so write some technical blogs, uh, uh, publish your codes on GitHub, that this is my solution, this is the for this data set, and this was like
Right.
rank that I received. Participate in the competitions. Google Summer of Code is another good competition. If you
Right.
clear it, like you get a free chance to freeway interview to Google. So yeah,
Right.
those
Right.
are the things that you should.
Now, I think many people also suffer from this fear, right? कि यार Google तो हमारा limit से ही बाहर है, and they don't even apply. Be it participate या कुछ और करना, they don't even apply it because just the plain fear कि यार Google में तो मेरा हो ही नहीं सकता. And same goes for all the FAANG companies and all, right? So how do
So
you see कि one can overcome this fear?
there's no harm in applying. First thing is
Right.
that, like, you are not losing it. See, if you do not apply, for sure your probability of selection is zero.
Right.
If you apply, then it's 0.5. Like, okay, there's
Absolutely.
50% chance that you might
Right.
get selected, 50% chance that you might get rejected. Even if you get rejected, one thing that helped me a lot is that I would always ask them, like, okay, what is your suggestion? What do
Right.
you suggest?
Right.
So yeah, so again, I got a very good advice, and which really helped me is that when I got rejected from Google list, uh, that they suggested me these two books, like Programming Interviews Advanced and Cracking the Coding Interview.
Right. Right.
Like these are like because yes, because my coding skills are fine, but I was not good on algorithmic skills.
Right. Right. Because these books are for
Yeah,
data structures and algorithms,
yeah.
right?
I had no clue that for
Right.
machine learning or for data scientist interviews,
Right.
they focus a lot on this.
All right.
Yeah. So again, yeah, that is also another advice that yes, to focus on
Absolutely.
those algorithms. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for entry level and fresher jobs, it is okay if you don't know data structures and algorithm. But if you're
But
applying for FANG
uh,
companies, it is definitely a necessity.
yes, definitely a necessity if you're applying for those type of companies. Another thing is that like if you have pursued your bachelor's in computer science, then of course
Then
you would
there
have.
is no excuse for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
people from other backgrounds might be relieved.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely. So we have talked about importance of data structures as well in the data science interviews. Now, why don't you tell us about what makes a good data science portfolio? Because earlier we were talking about it, and you told that make a online presence. So, what constitutes to a good data science portfolio?
Okay. So a good portfolio is again it depends. Like you while I was applying for this freelancer, I think there was this
Mhm.
question that do you want to apply for data science subcategory machine learning or subcategory visualizations, because then like that is
Right,
mostly for business analysts or market research analysts. So
right,
what is it that you are looking for? So firstly, clear that in your head and then make a portfolio. So portfolio is something that you showcase your projects, you showcase the outcomes, maybe some technical reports, or like if you are putting it out on GitHub, then a README file which explains it, how to recreate this work, what is it that you are trying to achieve with this work. So there are two things that you can achieve out of it. First is that, okay, you gain a trust that, okay,
right,
this is the work that has been done by me, you know me. Then second is you know that at least one or two questions would be asked out of that part
right.
for your technical interview.
Absolutely.
So you
Mhm.
can direct your own interview kind of like that. So
Right.
that
In
is also
fact,
there.
I see, college graduates making this mistake all the time, that because just it is a buzzword, ML is a buzzword, they make their projects in ML, and during the time of interview, they're not able to explain it because they have cloned it from somewhere. And when you don't know the
Exactly.
nitty-gritties of it, you have already ruined your interview. So it is
Exactly.
okay to have a simpler project that you can explain rather than a complex project that you cannot.
Exactly. And
Right.
please do not copy the codes,
Right.
because then it is very easy to, now catch the
Right.
plagiarized work. And
Right.
do not do that. Sadly, you will even get rejected. You will get blacklisted. So please do not
Right.
do that. That is the
Yeah.
worst thing that you
So
can do.
people who have never, experienced this foreign universities level of strictness, they are now wondering why is she so fearful about this. But yeah, all right.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
do not.
absolutely not. Because even I remember from my engineering days, this was almost a trend, and not even a trend. I'll say it was a pratha. कि हाँ यार assignments तो copy करते ही हैं.
I during my masters, I worked as a visiting faculty,
Right.
and I would like this. I would catch like, okay, you are copying. Do not do that. I will fail you. I will mark you fail. And they're like, okay, what? What is this happening?
Yeah.
So
Right. Right.
yeah. So but that is see, there are two things. First, if you try to solve, there's something that you will learn.
Right.
Like of course, it will get more time, but you are doing your own portfolio. You are showcasing yourself. So there's no harm in giving it a try. Like it's not that difficult.
Right. So I think when you need to learn data science in a good level, then you should take the advice. What doesn't kill you, make you stronger, quite
Makes you
literally.
stronger.
Yeah.
Yes. And another thing is that like recently I was like okay, like I am appearing for Top Till. This
Right.
is a platform that where you can get a freelancer work with companies like Duolingo and Microsoft and these things.
Right.
So how they hire is they have four rounds. First is of course is communication skills. They go through your
Right.
portfolio and ask you some questions and everything. Second is a technical uh, round where they give you a codility card test. It's 90
Right.
minutes test, three questions. You have to solve it. Again, that it should be optimized and everything and solve
Solution.
all the test cases. Everything. The third round, what they do is they will share your screen. They will
Mhm.
ask you a question, coding question. They will give you 20 minutes to solve that question
Right.
in front of them. So
Right.
now imagine if you have copied.
Right.
Now, chalo, second round it's impossible because their questions are not out there. You cannot copy. But still, suppose
Right.
somehow you manage to copy or your friend solves it for you, because I know people do that now.
Right.
What you will do in third round,
Absolutely.
because they will share your screen and you have to solve it in
Right.
front of
Right.
them.
and it will be more embarrassing if they ask this something about the same question which you solved in the previous round.
Yes, yes.
At that point, you are always then blacklisted for the company.
For that company, and they have like link to all the companies. Like it's a freelancer platform.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, so do not
Absolutely.
do that.
Right. So you have completed your master's. Now you wanted to start your career in freelancing. So what were the challenges did you face, and how did you grow your brand, yourself as a brand in the freelancing space?
Well, the first challenge is like prepare your mind that it's okay to be rejected. It's okay.
Right.
Like no, everyone will not understand it, and everyone will not have the same values as you. So that is okay. Uh, Second is like write a good proposal,
Right.
because when you are in freelancing world, so suppose you have to work for a project, you need to be very good with the deadlines,
Right.
and how be self motivated, of course. So because you have to set a deadline, you need to fix, okay, this is the amount of time that I can invest, this is the amount of time that I cannot invest, this is the kind of problem that I can solve. For this problem I can maybe hire someone, or I can be in touch with someone, and then collaborate and work together. uh, Third is that you should be very comfortable to present yourself. Like you should be very confident in yourself, because if you do not have
Mhm.
confidence in yourself, no one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that
Right.
is there. Fourth is that I did a lot of good research on the platforms on which I can apply. So like I applied for TopTel, then on Upwork, through that,
Right.
then through some of my own contacts in corporate world, and some of my professors, because they had some contacts. So yeah, that is that. And sixth is like before, like a very good question, how did you build yourself as a brand?
Right.
Before that, I thought to myself, like, okay, when I say Rhythm Bhatia, what do I want people to think about?
Right.
What do I, so like, okay, honest, hardworking, so no plagiarism, please guys,
Right.
no plagiarism. Yeah. So yeah, that is there. And then trustworthy, of course. So that is why I provide the two options, like corporate training and consultancy both. So yeah.
Right. 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 So absolutely. Now I would like to take the audience to the very start of this session, right? I would like to, shed some light on the importance of having a mentor in life. You had a
Yeah.
mentor in your fourth year who, just told you to pursue the career in machine learning, and now your life has turned around. And
Yeah.
that is why we here with Board Infinity to connect you with coaches like Rhythm only, who have practical life experience, and then they can guide you through your journey in data science. So why there is no shortcut to success or shortcut to excellence, you can definitely accelerate your journey, and that is why we are here.
Yeah.
So Rhythm, any parting messages for the students and all?
Well, I had to wait till fourth year to get a mentor.
Right.
You don't. Apart from that, be honest with yourself. That's okay. And because, see, when you are honest, you know your pros and cons,
Right.
and then you can always work on your cons. You can, contact someone, just drop a message, drop a mail to someone, and then ask them.
Right.
And it's okay to be rejected. What is not okay, to not to know why you were rejected, because
Right.
then you cannot improve that. So it's okay to ask people, like, okay, please suggest me how I can improve myself, and they would always be really nice and sweet to you. So there's
Right.
no harm in
Amazing.
that. Yeah.
Right. So thanks a lot, Rhythm, for joining us. It was a very insightful session, and I believe that everyone watching this is also going to enjoy this. Thanks a lot for joining.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
that.